Well, it is Shark Week, and while we may love learning about sharks from a distance, generally speaking, Canada is not typically associated with these fascinating creatures. But Calgarian Buzz Bishop and his 15-year-old son Zachary are here to tell us that what we think we know about sharks may need a little bit of re-examination. Good morning, guys. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Hi there.
Beautiful backdrop.
Pino, right? This is where you're going to find at least a dozen types of shark in Canada in the water right out here. We haven't seen any so far on our trip, but with the release of our book, we thought we would come and explore Canada's ocean.
Well, and I wanted to get to that. That's why you're here. You are now both officially published authors, so congratulations. You chose to write a book together about sharks. So how did this project start and why sharks?
I've been wanting to write a book for so long and just managed to meet up with the best publisher who had an opportunity to write a book about sharks, and then to write it with Zachary was the best.
Well, and I think
why did you want to write a book about sharks?
I've always kind of wanted to write a book. I've always really liked animals, especially sharks. So I was really excited to write.
And I think that people will be surprised to learn that we have sharks in Canada. You mentioned that. You haven't seen any yet. So how common are they, and will we find them on both coasts?
Yeah, you will see sharks on both coasts of Canada. Now, normally you're going to see a great white type shark on the east coast of Canada, but we do have some somewhere out there in the Pacific Ocean as well. There's more than a dozen types of shark in the Pacific Ocean, and one that we write about in the book is the basking shark. It is a huge fish, the second largest fish in the ocean, and it just sweeps through the ocean with its mouth open, collecting plankton and the like. Now, 50 years ago, these were hunted by the Canadian government. They actually put blades on the front of ships to cull them so that they could have fishing nets. So they're an endangered species.
Wow.
And we also...
Go ahead.
We also have thresher sharks out here. They're enormous sharks. They're about 19 feet.
Yeah.
And at least half of their body, a giant whip that they use to absolutely destroy any of their prey, sending them in.
It's so fascinating because I think when we think about sharks in Canada, you know, at least as a prairie person, my instinct is to assume that they must be small. I'm not thinking they're going to be such large sharks. Especially on the West Coast, when you're thinking about, you know, whale watching, it's not typically something I think that we associate with that coast.
Well, that is one of the reasons you probably don't see many sharks you don't see them. They're out in deeper water is because of the whales. Great white sharks are actually not fans of orcas.
Yeah, no. So orcas are actually their natural predators, and there are quite a few around here. We've actually seen some. So so it's just a constant like predator-prey type.
Wow. Now, I have to say that I am a parent of teenagers, and, you know, for most of us, we feel very lucky if our kid will even let us out in public with them. So here you guys are. You've put together a book. This must have been a really amazing bonding experience for both of you.
You know what? Zachary has loved animals since he was a kid. He was a fan of the wild krat. Got to meet Chris and Martin when he was 5 at the Calgary Children's Festival. So to have him on board with this was just a way for me to feed into his excitement, and watch him do the research was fascinating. He knew things just without even having to look them up.
Yeah. I've always been like working with my dad. I've never written a book time, but it was really nice to get to work on a project like this.
This is so great. Now, so who is your book intended for, and where can people find it?
Okay, so this is my first book of sharks. It's with Callisto Media. You can grab it on Amazon. It's released August 16th. Pre-orders are available now. And it's targeted at young kids who are just fascinated by animals. If you think about kids who are young, it's dinosaurs, sharks, it's big things. And so this is targeted to kids 3 to 5, or read with parents, or grades 1 and 2 to read on their own and find some fascinating information about sharks.
Very good. Well, thank you both so much for your time today. I look forward to learning more about your next adventure. For anyone who would like to learn about the book or your journey, they can head to blog.buzzbishop.com. Have fun, you guys.
Thanks, Jody.
Come on.